Welcome to another declutter video. As you can see, we are doing today highlights, blushes and bronzers. This is a bit the way it looks in my collection right now, and I'm gonna quickly separate things between palettes and bronzers, blushes, so that I can see things, and I'll be right back. Okay, here's the mess. I'm gonna make some space. I'm gonna have a box to keep stuff in. I'm gonna start with the category I have the least things, and this is bronzers and contour powders. So for this, I'm actually gonna pull in some of the products in my palettes because I have lots of those around here and here. Let's start with these though. So this is the Alexis Ren and Colourpop face palette. There is a bronzer and a highlight in here. They're both really beautiful. I like both shades very much. Oh, this is so difficult. Well, for sure, this one is actually a double that I received with the bronzer broken, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I don't wanna throw it away. If someone wants it, just let me know. I can put it in one of the orders with other things from my blog sale. I'll have something like that arranged. It can be, you'll find it on the blog sale for sure. So this one goes. And I want to compare that bronzer with the Colourpop single bronzer that I have, and this is in the shade Afternoon Delight. So this is definitely less orange. Where can I put it? Here. And I think I'm gonna keep this one and get rid of the palette because the palette is very cumbersome, let's say. And I'm gonna get rid of this one. Then, well, the butter bronzer, I've had it only recently and I absolutely adore it. This is so good, so buildable, and I had my hand dirty with highlighter, but really good bronzer. I'm keeping that one. The Body Shop Brush on Bronze pearls, I love them. I use them constantly in the summer because look at the beautiful glow that they give to the skin. I love this bronzer in summer. And this is the Divina Cosmetics bronzer in Masago. This was an online purchase and I didn't know what I was doing, of course, because it's online. So I picked this shade up, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan. Can you see how it is much more pink toned than this that I like to use a little bit more warm toned. So this is pretty much new. I used it twice and now swatched it, but I'm gonna sell this one because it's new. I just don't get along with the color very well. This I don't need to tell you. This is the Kevin Aquan Contour Book Volume 2. I just got it. I can't stop raving about it. It's in my favorites, recommendations, everything. This one is staying. Then, I have a lot of bronzy powders here. I have a lot of contour powders in my palettes. These are from Makeup Geek, and you can see I have a warm porcelain shade called Love Triangle, and I have never used this. This is called Bad Habit, and it's a warm fair. And this I've used a lot. As you can see, there's a dip in the pan. And this is Infidelity, which is Cool Fair. I think I'm gonna keep the two fair shades and sell the warm porcelain. I never used it. I only really swatched it once. I think it had a blemish here for some reason, but I never use it. I'm gonna pass this along. And we'll get back into this palette when it comes to blushes again. And then I also have a lot of more contour shades in here, but I'm not gonna get rid of these. These are Nabla, Saint-Tropez, and Cameo, I believe, yes. So it's a bronzer and a contour. I love these. They don't really swatch well because they're very, let's say, buildable shades. You really need the right brush to pick them up, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm definitely keeping these. And I can tell you already, I'm keeping all of these blushes. Nabla is a weakness of mine. I have a collection. And then here, this is from the brand Mulac Cosmetics, also an Italian brand. And I have some two bronzers, or rather a contour and a bronzer shade. And I don't really use these ever. As you can see, it's almost new. This is the shade Morpheo, and it's a cool toned contour shade, and this is the shade Ares, which is more neutral, warm, let's say, bronzer. And I never ever use these. I don't know what to do about them. Ooh, this is really cool toned. Can you see that? Really cool toned. And this one here, I think is just pretty dark. Yeah. I think I'm gonna pass these along because I really never use them. Oh, it breaks my heart. But yeah, I'm gonna pass these on. Very well. That was bronzers. 4 I'm keeping, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I'm getting rid of. I did very well on this one. Let's move on to blushes, and I'm gonna start with palettes, I guess. This is the Sleek Makeup Blush by 3 in Sugar. This was just in my favorites. I love this. I will always go back to this trio. It has the perfect fall shades, and even this shimmery shade is just so pretty. It has the right amount of shimmer and the right undertone. This is staying for sure. Then these are the ColourPop blush duos that came out a while ago. It was their first powder products, and they're all so pretty. I don't know the names because they're not printed on the boxes, so I do not know. But these are all so pretty. It's just that the packaging is quite bulky and heavy. Oh, there we go. I do not know what to do with these because they are really pretty. Maybe I should depot them and put them in something like this. Then I would use them more. I just don't think I'm ready to pass on with these because they're so good. And I also don't know that I have such a pink blush in my collection. Let me see. I have this one from Makeup Geek, which is called XOXO. Yeah, you see it's different. I don't think I have such a cool toned pink blush. I also know that I will never use it. This is so hard. I knew blushes would be an issue. I'm gonna hold on to these for now and try to depop them, and then in case come back to them. I can't get rid of them yet. This I actually just cycled in my monthly makeup drawer, and I honestly was not reaching for it at all. This is the Tarte Color Wheel from last year's holiday collection. I used it very lightly, and I think it just deserves a better home. Now that I look at it, it's just so beautiful. But I had it there on my desk and I didn't reach for it. So I'm gonna pass this along. Another palette. This is the Makeup Forever palette I made for myself just now in a recent haul. So I'm keeping this one. I'm loving the quality so far. And now we come to some singles. This is the Tarte birthday present. As you can see, the plastic is still in it. I didn't even use it yet. And I wonder if it's too light of a shade for me, actually. But I want to try it first. I'm going to put it on top of my desk to try it, to decide whether I want to keep it or pass it along. But I'm not going to throw it away before trying it. It seems like it could be a nice natural flush. This blush I haven't used in a long time, but it's a gorgeous coral. This is from Madina. It's an Italian brand. It's a Prisma blush number 3. And this is so beautiful. So beautiful. It has a slight sheen. I use it mainly in summer, but I really like it. These two blushes are some of my favorites. These are the Max Factor, they're called the Cream Puff Blushes. This is in 30 Gorgeous Berries, and this is Alluring Rose. I love these blushes. They have, again, a nice sheen, beautiful shades, very buildable, not too pigmented. They're staying. This is not going very well. My Sleek blush in Coral, yeah, definitely staying. This is such a beautiful shade. I should just use it more. Gonna keep this one. These are two MAC blushes. This is Raisin and this is Oh My from a limited edition collection. I got it in a goodbye sale from MAC for not too bad of a price. This is so beautiful. Such a beautiful, warm, berry pink. Really like it. I'm keeping both of these. There's actually a good chance I will just depot them and back to MAC the cases and put them in this palette right here. I think I'm gonna do that because the cases are very bulky. This is the H&M Cream Blush in Cameo Brown, I believe. Yes. And I put this in my everyday makeup drawer this month because I wasn't using it almost at all. And I remember Sylvia from the blog Edeljungfrau recommending this one to me. Oh, I made it all dirty. And it's a really good natural blush. And the cream to powder formula they have is really, really good. So I'm gonna keep it. You can see the trend here. This is a gorgeous Kiko limited edition for Christmas blush. Again, a luminous, rosy, warm toned blush. I use it a lot. I love this one. Moving on to Colourpop. I only have 3 blushes from them because I tend not to buy this formula too much. But all 3 of them, unfortunately, I love. This is Quarters. It's a matte terracotta blush. This is Drop of a Hat. This was in their spring collection, I think. And it's a very beautiful, very sheeny blush. And then this is Bardot, one of my favorites again. These have been in my favorites a lot. They seem really, really shimmery, but they just give the right amount of shimmer to the cheeks. I'm not gonna get rid of any of these, unfortunately. They're just too good. They are too good. Now I'm not getting anywhere with this declutter, am I? This is a loose blush that came in a Birchbox just a few months ago. And I actually really loved it when I used it. It's a really natural flush, but I don't need it. I'm gonna pass this along because it's very bulky and I really don't need it. Now to my single pan blush. These are a mixture of H&M, Makeup Geek and MAC, and these are the contours I showed you earlier. Let me see if I have space to swatch. I don't know if I want to get rid of any of these. Again, they're so buttery and smooth and beautiful so easy to blend. They are so good. This is Sephora, one of my favorites, so good. Where is it? This one is Covet by Makeup Geek, also absolutely stunning. Ooh, and this is a problem with these. I always end up making holes. This is Soft Russet by H&M. Beautiful, beautiful shade. XO, this is MAC Burnt Pepper, also gorgeous. This is MAC, also from a Goodbye, Cheek Pollen, very nice. I don't see myself getting rid of any of these, but now that I look at them, maybe I can actually get rid of some of these. For example, this shade, which is Makeup Geek Summer Fling, reminds me a bit of this shade by Colourpop. They have different undertones though, for sure. But do I need 2 oranges? Probably not. So this blush can go. And I'll get back to the highlighter in a moment when we get to that. And this blush is a nice neutral shade. Very, very everyday. But I use this one, for example, for everyday when I think about a neutral. And it's actually more warm toned, but I think this could be similar. Yeah. So this blush can also go because this and this are very similar to it. There you go. I'm definitely making progress from that point of view. And this pink one we already said I don't have a dupe for. So I'm just going to think about whether I want to have such a cool toned pink or not. And we'll get back to these highlighters in a moment. Blushes from Moulak Cosmetics. These are super fun and very, very bright. These are so fun. I don't have anything like these. I think maybe this blush from MAC is similar. And you can see how pigmented they are, by the way. No, and I actually prefer this one much more. I just think I'm gonna get rid of this whole section of Moulak products. They are really good, but I never reach for them. It's maybe the squareness of them, maybe because they're such bright colors, but I never reach for them. I'm just gonna put the contours back and get rid of this whole palette as is. Oh well, these are eyeshadows, but I'm gonna get rid of these all, and that solves some problems. But yeah, so that was it. I am keeping almost everything, unfortunately, and I'm getting rid of this Tarte palette and this loose blush, as well as 2 blushes from the Colourpop palettes. Did not do very well. Oh, and I'm keeping all my Nabla blushes, of course. They're all really, really beautiful. Really beautiful. And here it is time for highlighters. I know I have an issue here as well. There's plenty, too many probably. But let's try to get through them. I'm gonna start from the easy ones, and those are these. These are the same shade. They're called High Five from Colourpop. These were limited edition for the 5 million followers, I think, on Instagram. They came broken and I repressed them, but they're just not a shade that will work for me. They're pretty glittery as well. I know they're collector's items, so I'm gonna pass them along to those who collect them. You will find them in the blog sale, just not for me, and I never use them. Then another Colourpop product that just did not work out for me. This is a pressed powder highlighter in the shade Boy Next Door. And yeah, it's just a glittery formula. It's a beautiful goldeny shade, but it's just glittery. So I don't really enjoy the formula, so I'm gonna try to sell it, since I honestly just took it out once to try it and it didn't work out. So this is gonna go. Then I am looking at this MAC one. This is an extra dimension skin finish, and unfortunately it came loose from the pan. You can see this is the situation. It's a beautiful shade though. I really like it. It's not really that orange as in the pan. It has a beautiful luminosity. So if you have any recommendation on how I can deal with this, I'm wary of breaking it down and repressing it, because I don't know if I'm gonna seal it, and then I'm gonna lose also the nice wave here. If you know what I can do to fix it, please let me know down in the comments. I really want to save it, and otherwise I might repress it in a different pan and back to MAC the case. But I love this shade. I really want to keep it. Let's put the keep pile here. Okay, then Kiko Cosmetics. This is the water eyeshadow in 208. This is one of my favorite golden highlighters ever. Even if it's an eyeshadow, it's just so pretty. And I'm actually gonna go through and swatch all of my golden shadow highlighters, because I want to make sure I don't keep too many of the same shade. But I love this one. I'm keeping it for sure. Then we have the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Golden Flower Crown. I can't get along with this formula. I just don't know why. You see the difference? It's just, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. It's almost new, but I really don't get along with it. So yeah, it's gonna go. Another one that was in trial this month for my daily makeup drawer is this Maybelline Master Chrome highlight, and I don't have an opinion yet on it, and it's a very pretty darker gold. I have a thing with gold highlighters, don't I? I think I want to try it a little bit more. Let's put it on a maybe pile. I clean my fingers to move on. This is the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. Again, the pan came loose on this one. I just need to glue it, I think. I love this. The formula is amazing. Very nice pale gold. Oh, but it's so similar to this one. Damn it. And that gold from Kiko is so much more metallic. But I know I love it. I use it a lot. I really like it. I'm gonna keep it. What more golds do we have? This is Colourpop Wisp. This is also a beautiful gold highlight. It's just in a cream to powder, let's say, formula. And yeah, I remember now. This is too dark for my skin tone. You can see that it doesn't really, yeah, highlight like the rest. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. More gold. This is Becca Prosecco Pop. We just got this in a BoxyCharm. I had doubts whether this was too dark for me, because if you look at it compared to the other highlights, this is definitely more yellow actually than dark. So I've actually learned to really like this, and I am keeping it. Next, this is Lunch Money by Colourpop. Yeah, as my battery died, I was saying Lunch Money is a pale gold, and I find that this one on my cheeks actually doesn't show up almost at all. I know it's a bit too light of a formula, and it's pretty similar to Rodeo Drive, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really convinced with this one. I think the formula is just not very metallic on this. I'm gonna get rid of it. Then I guess I'm gonna swatch Flexitarian by Colourpop to show you the difference in how metallic this formula can be. I mean, can you see this? Flexitarian is something from another world, and it's the only really pale highlight I think I have, so I'm gonna keep it. And to finish up with these Colourpop Super Shock Cheek highlighters, this is Might Be. I wanted to suit this so badly. It's such a beautiful shade, but this is definitely too dark for me. You can see the base. Unfortunately, this is definitely too dark for me. I love this shade. I am gonna pass it along. I hope someone with more medium skin tones will love it, because this is so beautiful. And I can't justify holding on to this for an eyeshadow because I have so many. So this is gonna go as well. Then actually, I'm gonna end up swatching up my arm, but whatever, we're gonna have to do. Actually, might be reminded me of Makeup Geek. I think it's this one, Rekindle. Yeah, this is also a beautiful rose gold shade that, as you can see, I've used only a few times. And I used this yesterday on my cheeks, and unfortunately, this is also too dark for me. There's a slight colored base that really shows up on my cheekbones. So I'm gonna pass this along as well. It's so good, but unfortunately it's too dark. I guess I'm gonna start on the other hand right now. Another Makeup Geek highlighter. This is Daybreak. Unfortunately, the pan broke on this one as well. This is so annoying that it happens all the time, but I really love this one. Oh, it's actually pretty similar to the MAC one. It's so beautiful, so shiny. I love this. Absolutely not the color that you see in the pan, as you can see. Like, this is orange. This is a beautiful peachy sheen. I love this highlighter. Definitely keeping it. Mary Luminizer, a classic. I made a dent in it. Beautiful. How does it compare to the ones I already have? Pretty unique, right? Tell me it's unique. Tell me it's unique. Yeah, no, I'm keeping Mary Lou. There's no doubt about that. Let me pull in from outside of the screen. This is Meraki Cosmetics Zelus. This is from a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Kim Terstege. These are pretty cool loose highlighters. She sent me this to try, and I picked a duochrome shade because I thought it was super cool. And yeah, it shows up a little bit glittery on my face, and it has a bit of a red shift to it. Maybe you can see it better in the pan here. I am going to hold on to this because it's so unique. I don't have anything like it, and I don't dislike the formula, so I'm gonna hold on to this. The Colourpop I Like Your Face palette. This is full of beautiful, beautiful highlighters, especially these weird shades. They are so pretty, and I actually use them, if you can imagine. This orange and the pink. But I had it in rotation last month, and I really did not reach for it. I cannot get along with this shade, which is, again, really glittery. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I am going to pass this one along. Guys, I'm running out of arms. The Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights highlighter palette, a love of mine. I travel with it. Beautiful shades, all of them. They give you a range. Like, I like traveling with this palette because I have a gold, a pink, and a bronze highlighter. How do they compare? Yeah, I probably have the gold in some other fashion. It's actually similar to Prosecco Pop to some extent, and to the Maybelline one. I don't care. This is a very good palette. I love it. I'm keeping it. Then we come to cream ones. Oh no, there's still a Becca Moonstone Mini. I really like this one. I use it a lot. It's a very pretty, light, shimmery one. Actually, you can see it's still different than Flexitarian as a sheen. I like this. I'm keeping it. And now we are at the cream ones. This is the Tempto for BoxyCharm Liquid Glow. I never used that. I'm passing it along. If I didn't use it up to now, I'm not gonna start using it now. So yeah, this goes. The Ciate Dewy Sticks is a new one. I got this one sent from Influencer, and it makes your skin look really dewy, but with my skin type, it honestly just makes me look greasy, and I have way too much oil by myself. I don't need more, so this is gonna go. This is the Benefit What's Up highlighter mini. I got this in I think my first Sephora box. I like this one. I wanted to buy it by myself. You can see it has a really pretty, it's this one here. It has a really pretty sheen to it, and it's a good base for powder highlighter, so I'm keeping that one. This is from Estee Lauder, actually, and this is a similar idea. It's a stick highlighter on one side, and it's a beautiful gold, actually. Oh, why don't I use this more? And on the other side, it's actually a gold gloss, which I have used in the past. Oh, why don't I use these more? Gosh, they're so pretty. It reminds me a little bit of the Rihanna one. Could it be? I don't know. I don't have it. I'm gonna try to use this a little bit more because they're so pretty. I don't know. I've had it for a while, but yeah, I'm back to dealing with these actually. I'm also gonna swatch it on this arm because I don't have space on the other side. This is a really beautiful duochrome peach shade, but it's a bit dark. So I'm actually gonna get rid of this whole duo. I'm gonna get rid of this duo, and I'm thinking about this one because this highlight is beautiful. Do I need another highlight? No, I'm gonna get rid of all three of them. These go, and all of this goes as well. So I am actually pretty happy about this. This is what I'm getting rid of, and this is what I'm keeping. So I'm pretty happy about it, actually. This is a good cleanse and declutter. This kit has been here this whole time, mainly because it has a highlight and blush set here. This is Hello Rose by Pixie by Petra, and it's been sitting in my drawer for a few months. I think this is gonna go because I haven't used it, so I just not gonna keep it. Guys, we made it through. Thank you for staying with me through this declutter. It was a lot of work. There's a lot that has been decluttered. Shall we try to see if I can put everything in one shot? And here is the overview. Things I'm getting rid of and things that I'm keeping. Together with, of course, my Nabla Cosmetics palette. I told you I can't get rid of it. If you're curious about these shades, there's a full blog post on my blog about the original shades, and then the things I added to my collection are on the blog as well. I'll leave it linked down below. And here in this Give Me Glow palette, I am keeping my blushes and the Makeup Geek contour powders. This is a Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder from the contour kit when they were selling the refills. I love it. Never gonna get rid of it. So yeah, maybe for some not the hugest declutter, but I am really happy with it. Look at how much space I saved. You can find most of this stuff sanitized and ready to go in my blog sale. Please don't hesitate to send me a DM or an email if you have any questions about them, and I will link all of it down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Look at how shiny my arms are now, everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! With my shiny hands. Bye!